Y'all, come on in, y'all. I need y'all to hurry up and click that like and come on in. Come on now. Come on. Let me know if you guys are here. Press that too if you guys can hear me walking. But I need to talk to y'all about this. And I need y'all to listen to me. I need y'all to really listen to me because what I'm about to say is going to make some of y'all very uncomfortable. And I don't care. I don't care no more. You know what? I have passed the caring about making people feel comfortable. I've passed the caring about being the nice one. I'm past the caring about who gets their feelings hurt. Because when I tell you what I just watched, when I tell you what I sat through, when I tell you what Kevin Hart said on the Breakfast Club about George Floyd joke at his Netflix roast, uh-uh, uh-uh, baby. No, no, no. Whoo. I need y'all to understand something. I need y'all to understand that I went into the interview wanting to give him the benefit of the doubt. I really did. I said, maybe he's going to apologize. Maybe he's going to say he messed up. Maybe he's going to show us that the man, remember the man who went to George Floyd's funeral, is still in there somewhere. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. That man is gone. Okay? That man is gone. And y'all, what just took place, what took place is something I'm scared of. You know, they always talk about them clones. They got it. They got him, baby. They got him. I'm actually scared for him. And I don't scare easy. I really don't. But what I watched was not a man. What I watched was a corporation in a human suit. What I watched was a brand doing damage control. What I watched was a plant defending the soil that feeds it. Honey, when I can I cook y'all? Mm-mm-mm. I need to break this down piece by piece, lie by lie, because if we don't, we're going to let this slide. And we cannot let this slide. Not this time, not with this man, not with what he represents. So, honey, I need y'all to get comfortable, get y'all tea, get y'all wine, or whatever you need, because what we about to go there. We about to go through there. We are about to go through there. I'm not holding back. Not today. Not after what I saw. He already picked a side, and he need to stay over there. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Let's get these likes up. Okay, let's get these likes up. Y'all can do better than that. Let me see. Come on now, we can do better with the likes now. And I have the StreamYard open, so if you guys want to come up here and speak, feel free to do so. But we can get better with the likes. But let me continue to talk. All right. Let me put this right here. Oh my God. Let's start at the beginning. Can we do that? Let's start with the roast itself. Kevin Hart, Netflix live roast. Supposed to be a celebration, right? Supposed to be his peers coming together to honor him, to roast him, to have some fun. That's what a roast is supposed to be about. Kevin Hart, you roast the person in the hot seat. So how in the hell did black people start getting roasted? How in the hell did black women get attacked? How in the hell did George Floyd, the dead, get attacked? How? You make fun of Kevin Hart's career, Kevin Hart choices, Kevin Hart scandals, Kevin Hart life. But they planned it this. This was all planned. This was all a big show. This was a ritual. This was a sacrifice of black folks. This was a ritual. Kevin Hart sold his soul, honey. And this is part of his ritual to humiliate his own people, to invite black women there like Cheryl Underwood and have her front row and humiliate her. Okay? And y'all keep saying it's a roast. Well, I guess what happened with y'all being a Christian? Which one is it? Are you a Christian or do you do roast? Do you entertain roast? Because the roast is definitely demonic and is not of God. You want to be like Jesus or you want to do the roast? Pick a battle. But honey, that's not what happened at Kevin Hart's roast. That's not what happened at all. What happened was white comedians, or you can't say white, so what can we call them? Shoot, Europeans. Oh, man, ain't that funny? You can't say white, but they can roast black people. They can roast the black dead. They can make fun and mockery, and they can dance and tap dance on black people's grave. But you can't say shit about white, man. And where's the black man at? Huh? Somewhere in the corner like damn cowards. I thought they're supposed to be the protector of the community. Okay, where are they? Because they sure ain't speaking up loud enough because I don't see them. Huh? Huh? Where are they at? Nowhere to be found. Man, when I tell you the black community is done for, it's Reynolds, honey. But what happens was white comedians getting on stage, making racist jokes after racist jokes. What happened was George Floyd, a man who was murdered on camera, a man who begged for his life, a man whose last words were, "I can't breathe," getting turned into a punchline. What happened was slavery jokes. What happened was monkey jokes. What happened was a black people being the punchline at a roast that was supposed to be about Kevin Hart. So can y'all please answer me this? How does a Kevin Hart roast turn into a black people roast, black women roast, George Floyd roast, slavery roast? How does that turn into that? And are y'all black in here? Press one if you black. I'm going to need you black folks to answer that for me in the comment section. You should be able to answer that. And if you cannot answer that's a problem within itself, because what are you teaching your kids? How are you a parent? How do you explain this to your kids? It's okay to call y'all monkeys. It's okay to joke about y'all being monkeys. It's okay to talk shit about your skin complexion. It's okay to talk shit about your nappy hair. Because y'all don't let another black person say something like that. Y'all, if Beyonce was to say the same shit Tony said, y'all would be dragging this shit for months. But let a white man say it and then y'all quiet. Why y'all so damn quiet now? Why do y'all have fake outrage depending on who says the shit? That's what gets on my nerves. Hell, y'all too damn quiet when white people talk. It gives the impression that they are powerful. They're better than you because when they talk, y'all are quiet. But when a black person said those same things, then all of a sudden y'all in an uproar. Why can't y'all have the same smoke for that white man, Tony? Y'all scared? Where y'all at? Y'all had so much shit to say about Ashley. And she dead. But honey, Tony is alive. And y'all scared of that. Y'all scared of white men. Just say that. Just say that with your whole, you scared of white men. Just say that. Shit. But honey, Kevin Hart, he sat there And he sat there. He sat there and he laughed. He sat there with that big ass grin while they made a mockery of our pain, while they made a mockery of our dead, while they made a mockery of everything we have been fighting for since this man got on his knees and put his knee on George Floyd's neck. He laughed at it. And I keep thinking about that. I keep on thinking about how Kevin Hart went to that funeral. I keep thinking about how he stood there with that family. I keep thinking about how he let them thank him, how he let them trust him, how he let them believe that he was one of the good ones, that he was somebody who gave a damn. And then he sat on that stage and he laughed and he fucking laughed. Now, I know some of y'all gonna say, Gigi, it's a roast. It's supposed to be edgy. It's supposed to be demonic and devilish and not of God. It's supposed to push boundaries. And I'm going to say this one time for the people in the back who don't seem to understand the difference between a comedy and cruelty. Comedy and demonic, comedy and the antichrist. This is antichrist. This is not of Christ. Let me ask y'all, is this roast of Christ? Press 5 if the roast is of Christ. Y'all want to use religion and everything. Let's use religion in this. Is this roast of Christ? Or press 10 if this is the antichrist. This goes against what Christ stood for. And y'all want to label yourself Christians. You confused. Christians don't do this shit. Christians do not entertain roasts like this. Christians don't be doing roasts like this. Christians don't back up roasts like this. Okay? A roast is supposed to be about the person getting roasted. Stay on Kevin Hart. What part of the memo y'all not understanding? Tom Brady got roasted. They made fun of Tom Brady. They made fun of his career. They made fun of his divorce. They made fun of him. They did not make fun of white people as a whole. They didn't make fun of police brutality against white people. They didn't make fun of white historical trauma. Justin Bieber got roasted. They made fun of Justin Bieber. They made fun of his music. They made fun of his antics. They made fun of him. They didn't make fun of white people as a whole. They didn't make fun of white suffering. But Kevin Hart roast was about us. It was about Black people. It was about our pain. It was about our trauma. It was about our dead. And Kevin Hart, the man whose name was on the marquee, the man whose production it was, the man who invited these people, sat there and he fucking laughed. And I want y'all to really sit with that. I want y'all to really think about what that means. Because that means that Kevin Hart, a Black man from Philadelphia, a Black man who claims to love the culture, the Black man that sat on a stage and let white comedians use our pain as their material. He let them use our dead as their setup. He let them use our trauma as their punchline. And he didn't just let them, he encouraged them. He laughed. He clapped. He gave them the green light with every smile, every nod, that's what they do. That came out of his mouth later. That's what they do. And y'all, when I tell you I felt sick, when I tell you I felt physically ill watching that, my stomach turned, my hand shook. I had to pause that shit. Honey, I had to walk away. I had to come back. I had to make sure I wasn't just imagining things because surely the man who went to George Floyd's funeral would not sit there and laugh at a joke about George Floyd. Surely the man who stood with that family wouldn't let a white comedian make light of how that man died. But he did. He did. He did. Yes, he did. And the fact that he did, the fact that he could sit there and laugh at that, that tells me everything I need to know about who Kevin Hart is. That tells me everything I need to know about what money has done to him. That tells me everything I need to know about what Hollywood has turned him into. I see y'all. I see y'all saying he's a sellout. I see y'all saying Cat Williams was right. I see y'all saying this is why we can't have nice things, and I feel it. But we're not done. We're not even close to done because the roast was bad enough. The roast was bad enough, but then Kevin Hart went to the Breakfast Club, and that's where this really goes off the rails. That's where we see who this man really is. That's where the mask comes off. So I need y'all to buckle up. I need y'all to get them likes up. Come on, get them likes up, y'all. Because what I'm about to break down to y'all, what I'm about to show y'all is going to make the roast look like child play. Okay? Hold on, let me get my notepad. Okay. So Kevin Hart goes on the Breakfast Club. Charlemagne, Lauren are sitting across from him. And the first thing out his mouth, the first thing is defending the roast, defending the comedies, defending the jokes against black people. And I'm going to go through this line by line. I'm going to go through this moment by moment because every single thing he said was a lie. Everything he said was a deflection or a goddamn insult to our intelligence. Lie number one. Yeah, the George Floyd joke. It wasn't tasteful joke to our culture, to our audience. That's the first one. Woo! Let me get my throat. Yeah, the George Floyd joke, it wasn't a tasteful joke to our culture, to our audience. But if you're watching the roast, you get why they're doing it. You get why the racial humor is on the table. No, Kevin, we don't get why. Do y'all get why? Can y'all please explain to me why? Why are racial jokes on the table in 2026? Y'all black, y'all should know everything. Please tell me why racial jokes are on the table in 2026. Y'all black, y'all grown, what do you explain to your kids? If your kids say, Mommy, Daddy, why are racial jokes on the table? What are y'all gonna say? Because you know your kids look up to these damn comedians. You know they're going to absorb everything they say. You know they're going to take these roasts, and next thing you know, they're going to use them on each other. Hell, what are y'all going to say? What are y'all teaching y'all youth? Y'all need to have some answers. But no, Kevin, we don't get it. We don't get why racial humor about black men being murdered is on the table at your roast. We don't get why the death of George Floyd is comedian material. We don't get why our trauma is your entertainment. Why in the hell do you want to be entertained by Black people trauma? And the fact that you get it, the fact that you understand why racial humor about our dead is on the table, you get that, you understand them, you think it's cool, you justify it. That tells us everything. That tells us that you've been in those rooms so long with those white people so long that you have absorbed their concept for us. You have absorbed their belief that our pain is funny. Yeah, seeing Black people in pain, that's funny. Yeah, that is so funny. That's entertainment. Yeah, Black people pain is funny. You have absorbed their conviction that our dead is fair game. Lie number 2. He says, it's Tony Hinchcliffe. I don't expect nothing less. I don't expect nothing more. That's what Kevin Hart said. Kevin Hart said, it's Tony Hinchcliffe. I don't expect nothing less. I don't expect nothing more. Oh, so that's it. That's your defense, Kevin. It's Tony Hinchcliffe. Like, that's supposed to make it okay. Like, we're supposed to hear that name and say, oh, well, if it's Tony Hinchcliffe, then of course he made a racist joke about George Floyd. That's just Tony being Tony. That's just Tony being Tony, you all. That's just Tony being Tony. No, fuck that. Fuck all that. You don't get to invite a known racist to our stage and then act surprised when he does racist shit. You don't get to book Tony Hinchcliffe, a man whose entire career is built on racist comedy, and then say, I don't expect less. You knew. You knew what he was going to do, Kevin. You knew. You knew. Don't play with us. Don't sit up here and play in our intelligence like we don't know how this shit works. You booked him because he crushed at the Tom Brady roast. That's what you said. Tony and Nikki were the two standouts from that roast. They were the big effing winners of that roast. I'm going to get the winners of that roast to come back and fuck with me. So you knew his style. You knew what he did. You knew he made his name on racist material, and you still invited him. You still put him on your stage. You still gave him a platform to disrespect us. And then you have the audacity to say, I don't expect less. I don't expect less. That's not a defense. That's a confession. That's not a defense. That's a confession. That's you admitting that you knew exactly what you were doing. That's you admitting that you didn't care. That you admitting that a good set from a racist comedy was more important to you than the dignity of our own people. Oh my God. Lie number 3. He says, would I tell those jokes? No. But do I get where but do I get why they're being told? Yes. I say that again. Kevin Hart says, would I tell the jokes? No. But do I get why they're being told? Yes. You get why they're being told, Kevin. You get why white comedians are making jokes about Black men being murdered. You get why they're making slavery jokes. You get why they're calling us monkeys. You get it. You get it, Kevin. But you wouldn't tell them yourself. You wouldn't tell them yourself. Oh no. You wouldn't tell them yourself. You wouldn't tell them jokes yourself. You just understand why other people, white people, tell those jokes. You get why white people tell those jokes. You just think it's valid comedy. You just think it's what they do. It's what they do. Yeah, it's what they do. That's worse, Kevin. That's so much worse because that means you're not even a racist yourself. You're something worse. You're the black man who enables the racists. You're a black man who enables the racists. You're the black man who platformed the racists. You're the black man who defends the racist. You're the black man who sits there and laughs while the racist does his work and then goes on radio and tells the black community to calm down. Calm down, black folks. It's not that serious. It's a roast. Calm down. You guys are doing too much. You're doing too much. Calm down. You know what that means. And you know what that makes you. That makes you the overseer. That makes you the one they trust to keep the rest of us in line. That makes you the one they pay to make sure we don't get too uppity. That makes you the one they use to tell us that our pain isn't real, that our anger is not invalid. It's not valid. That our dead is just a punchline. And I hate that. I hate that I have to say this about one of us. I hate it. I hate it so much because I remember when Kevin Hart was funny. I remember when he was relatable. I remember when he was the short dude from Philly who made us laugh because he was real, because he was us. But that man is dead. That man is dead and buried under so much money and so many Netflix deals and so many white friends that he can't even hear himself no more. He can't even hear how he sounds. He can't even hear the betrayal coming out of his own mouth. Lie number 4. It's my production. We're live. He says, it's my production. We're live. What is it that you expect me? You want me to take a live production and stand up and fight Tony or have a reaction? I say that again. This is what he said. I'm quoting it. It's my production. We're live. What is it that you expect me to do? You want me to take my live production and stand up and fight Tony or have a reaction? Yes. Yes, Kevin, that's exactly what we expected. That's exactly what we expected from a man who went to George Floyd's funeral. Shit. That's exactly what we expected from a man who claims to love the culture. That's exactly what we expected from a man who have made millions off of black support. We expect you to stand up. We expect you to say something. We expect you to check that shit in that moment, not fight them, not punch them. Just say something. Just say, nah, we not doing that. Just say, you know what? That's too damn far. Just say, that's not what this is about. But you couldn't even do that. You couldn't even do that bare minimum. You couldn't even muster up the courage to say, that's not okay. On your own fucking stage. This is your stage. And you couldn't even do that on your own stage. And then you want to act like we're the ones being unreasonable. You want to act like we're the ones who don't understand comedy. You want to act like we're the ones standing on a hill making a big deal out of nothing. It is a big deal, Kevin. It is a big fucking deal because when you let them joke about George Floyd, when you let them joke about all of us, when you let them make light of a black man being murdered, you make light of all black murder. When you let them use our trauma as comedy material, you tell the world that our pain is entertainment, that our dead are punchlines, that our lives don't matter enough to be treated with respect. And I know some of y'all are tired of hearing Black Lives Matter. I know some of y'all think that the phrase is played out, but this is why we said it. This is why we said it. This is why we marched. This is why we cried. This is why we couldn't breathe. Because when a Black man is murdered by police and then a Black celebrity lets white comedians make jokes about it, that tells us that even our own people don't think we matter. That tells us that even our own people will sell out for a check. That tells us that even our own people will choose Netflix over us. And that is the part that breaks me. That is the part that keeps me up at night sometimes. That is the part that makes me scared, because if Kevin Hart with all this money, with all his power, with all his platform, if he won't stand up for us, then who will? I see y'all. I see y'all saying nobody. I see y'all saying we got to stand up for ourselves. I see y'all saying this is why we can't depend on celebrities. And y'all are right. Y'all are absolutely right. But that don't make it hurt less. That don't make it sting less. That don't make the betrayal any less real. Okay. We got more. We got so much more, because the lies keep coming. The deflections from Kevin Hart, it keeps coming. And I need y'all to see every single one of them. Do you guys hear me? Do y'all hear me? So we are coming up for the time, so I do have to cut it short. But make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And honey, when I tell you this ain't right and we need more of you guys to speak out, because if you guys don't speak out, we can just end it here. All right? And just wave the white flag and let them roll on in and do what they do. And everybody tomorrow will say it's jokes. It's okay to dog out Black people. You're less than anyway. Well, I need y'all to use y'all voices. It's not enough that you guys are just listening. You guys need to be proactive. This is your future. Your kids are at stake. I want you to sit with that. And I'm out.